Hi, good evening.
Yeah, very good evening, Sakshi ma'am. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. What about you?
I'm also doing fantastic. Thank you so much for asking.
And what about your day? How is it going on?
Yeah, as usual, it was fantastic. No,
Okay, that's great. Wonderful. So let's start with the introduction and then we'll further proceed.
yeah. So, shall I go?
Yeah,
Yeah, this is Rohit, and I'm calling to you from Varanasi, Uttar Pradesh. About my qualification, I have completed my graduation, and I'm studying law as well. And apart from this, I have my some own business. I'm running with that. And apart from this, I would say in my hobbies, I love to play cricket and talk with the strangers. So that's all about me. Thank you, ma'am.
great. Do you also have a channel, YouTube channel?
Yeah, I have, but not a very, I would say
Mm.
big way. That's a very
Okay,
short channel, small channel.
okay, no problem. So, as you know that my name is Sakshi Chauhan and I have completed my master's. So right now I'm a PhD scholar and yeah, I'm speaking from Gwalior, MP. And yeah, I have my small coaching classes and my YouTube channel as well, so where I'm working. And yeah, if I talk about my hobbies, so I'm interested in writing poetries and reading books. That's all. Hello.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Actually,
what
I
happened?
was getting call again and again from Skype.
Okay, you can
Mm.
disconnect, no problem.
Yeah. Yes.
Mm.
So I'm visible for you.
You are visible, but your video got stuck. It's not moving. I'm getting your
That's a
voice
very
clear. Yeah, but
that's a
it
very
is
bad
not.
thing. It should be not in video, but I don't know
Yeah.
why. Just I have disconnected the call to one person. After that, it got happen.
Okay, no problem. It
So
will
how
be
could I
fine.
fix it? Like without video, how will you manage?
No, you can turn off your camera and then turn on. I think within a few minutes it will it will find within itself.
Is it fine now?
Yeah, it's perfect. No
Okay,
problem.
okay, thank God. Okay, so as you said, you are a teacher as well, right?
Yeah.
So what subject do you teach?
No, actually I have my own coaching classes, so I teach junior students. Okay, like nursery, not nursery, first to ninth standard.
So is it English or all subject?
All subject, all subject.
Hmm. So what
Yeah.
about English? Like as you are, I think you have a YouTube channel, if I'm not wrong.
Yeah, of course I have. I mentioned.
Okay. Yes. So
Yeah.
when did you start your YouTube channel? There are so many YouTuber and they are doing very good as well for making good video, and they are uploading good content as well. They are providing for learner, for beginner. So how do
Hmm.
you see it? Is it helpful for like English learner?
Hmm. No, of course, because we feel that most of the time what happened, what we know, other person, what we know well, but other
Mm,
person are not aware of this thing, right?
mm,
And as we were learner, or as still we were learner, of course we are, but when
mm,
we have started our journey, so many things were new for me also, right?
mm,
And this YouTube and this sharing thing, it's not all about to sharing, but it's learning as well. We are updating ourselves, we are learning, we are enhancing our knowledge, and most of the time it happen we feel it is very common for us, it's not remarkable, but still that can be very useful for others, what I believe,
mm, mm.
right?
Yes, exactly. So I'm not gonna ask to you like how did you learn, but
Yeah.
exactly I would like to you how anyone can learn English is a very systematic manner with a very casual way, normal way, without taking any kind of burden. Because I also felt like that when I was in initial time when I started my journey. So I used to take a kind of burden. Why I'm not able to speak with the appropriate way. And the thing is that I'm not able to make sentence. I'm making so many mistakes as well. So I used to think like that. It's not a for me. It is not a for me. Even not a cup of tea as well. So, according to you, how what would you like to tell people those are very beginner? How can they start with a very easy method? As a teacher, being a teacher, I would like to hear you.
Right, exactly. So first and foremost thing is that if anyone is going to start this journey or this English journey, so first he or she should have a ultimate goal or where they want to reach, right? If they just want to work on their like some people have a different kind of thing. If I talk about myself, so I was completely focused uh, on my grammar. Like first thing was that I just want to speak anyhow, and the second thing is that I want to add grammar also there. So that can be varies person to person, right? But yeah, your question was, I'm just coming back to your question. So
Mm.
first and foremost thing that he should just start focusing on speaking. If they are unable to speak, anyhow they just push their self that they should have to speak anyhow, whether it's wrong or right, right? The moment they start speaking, when they can focus on another aspect like vocabulary, pronunciation, grammar, accent and all. There are so many things, but first and foremost thing is that they should have to start speaking anyhow. For that they have of course different kind of application. They can try mirror technique. They can turn on their camera and then they can start speaking. I used to do it a lot when I didn't have anybody. So I used to turn on my camera sometimes and then I used to speak. I was unable to find out what I'm going to speak, but I just used to turn on my camera. And later on, I switched on some applications. So I started using applications. Mirror technique is fine, that can help, but I think video, you can turn on your video, that is much better. So, first thing and first priority should be speaking. Later on, you can work on all things. What is your
I heard from so many people like a mirror technique is a very effective method, I would say. But the thing is that even I was trying to do the same thing. So when I standing front of mirror, so I forget all the things, right? And I think like, so what should I speak next, right? And I was fumbling a lot while talking front of mirror. So that was very challenging moment. Even I have left that habit as well, but it was difficult but very effective. Again, I would say. So sometime what happened after spending 6 or 7 months in this journey, we feel like not bored, but we feel like that we have been learning, we have been trying to learn this language for us 6 to 7 months at least, and still we are making mistake, and we are not capable to speak a very systematic way, right? So we feel like that. How can we speak good? It means we always running behind becoming good, right? Becoming good and perfect. It happens with me as well. Sometimes still I have spent approx 5 to 6 months, and now I don't want to make a single mistake. But it can't be happen. I know, right? So, what do you think? What is a perfection? Even nobody can become perfect. But the thing is that they don't want to make mistake after 6 months. So, how they feel, energetic while learning, and how can they handle this situation?
exactly same happens with me also, because spending that much long time, I also don't want to make any mistake. But still, it happens. Sometimes I get stuck. I try to figure out exact word, or I try to avoid uh, filler words, taking too much pause, but still it happens. So what I do only, what we have to figure it out, where are we lacking. Sometimes I lost my thoughts. I mean, it happens with me. Sometimes we lost our thought. What are we going to say? What are we just about to say? And then we end up
Hmm.
saying something else. Sometimes it happens. Sometimes I get distracted. Distracted in the sense like right now I'm talking to you and maybe there is some noise outside and my mind is also there, and then I'll start making mistake here. This is also the reason. And yeah, sometimes it happens that suddenly, we forget vocabulary, we forget that how we have to express this sentence exactly. So that varies. It varies for me also, like, mm, so we have to understand, like, if I'm just getting distracted and then I'm making mistakes, so that's not a big deal because of the situation. When outside, that will be calm, that will not any there will not any noise and all, I would be focused, I would not make any mistake, right? But yeah, if I'm making a mistake in vocabulary and in sentences, then of course I have to work on myself. I have to work on vocabulary. And most of the time it happened that after any session I realized, no, I did not use any vocabulary, or I used this vocabulary in a wrong way, and this vocabulary should be there, but I end up using something else. So things happen, but you have to figure it out, then you have to start working on that.
Yeah, there are so many things for working on that. Sometimes we face some difficulties while getting some right word at the right moment, and some of time like we lost our thought as well. Like our mind our mind goes blank as well. We don't have anything for speaking between, even between conversation. Sometimes it happens with me. So there is a one thing, a very challenging task, I would say, that is the fumbling. Whatever I'm question, what are the question I'm throwing to you, it happens with me most of the time. Fumbling is the one of the big, I would say, things that which happen with so many learners. When they want to express themselves, they fumble a lot, right? Even those in some context they have some knowledge and knowledge about the grammar and subject and vocab as well, but when they want to speak with a very accurate way, so they fumble a lot, they get stuck a lot while speaking. Sometimes they totally stuck. Yes, yes, enough, I'm not getting anything. So what is it exactly, and how can get rid of it?
Okay, so I think I talked about that. There can be different reasons for fumbling, and yeah, main reason is that when you are fumbling and you are not getting words, so main reason can be grammar also,
So
because you are
don't you
not able
think
to.
it is also showing like you have a lack of practice? You are not practicing, more, because of that it happening. Because I mentioned one thing there. You have a knowledge about all the things. You are already prepared for something, and have a knowledge, word vocabulary about that areas. Even though you are fumbling, so somewhere lack of not a confidence, like practice, right? And confidence is also sometimes you are not in confidence, so all the things will mess while communicating and speaking, because confidence matter a lot. So what do you think, how can we boost our confidence? That is a very important things, I would say.
Yeah, of course, I do agree with you, and it's all about practice. And if you are doing practice every
So
day.
how did you work on it? Like, no doubt you have faced this problem in your initial time. Now I can say you are become good. So how did you tackle on that, and how did you face, and how did you overcome to that? Like being feeling lack of confidence.
Okay, so it's all about practice. I practice a lot. I connected too much. One thing I want to mention, that when it comes to facing camera, so I did not
Mhm.
face that much problem, because apart from that, I am also habitual of speaking in front of people. So I did not face any problem when it comes to camera. Little bit it was there initially,
Mhm.
but of course I was comfortable with that. Yeah, but when it comes to English, of course that happens with me. And when I started connecting with people randomly connecting with people, so of course I face problem. And I try to connect as much as I can. Initially I used to connect every single day by audio or by video, right? Only this was the thing that I applied, or that I applied on myself. I implemented on my daily routine, that every day I have to connect with people. I have to talk to people, right? Yeah, so it's all about practice. I did a lot for that.
Okay, that is the last but not least. The question is that sometimes we want to speak, but the problem is that our mind is translating all the things. Right? We are able to think in our native language, but not in English directly. So what we
Yeah.
do usually, we think of first in our native language. It could be Hindi, and after that we try to translate them help of grammar. So that is a very typical time to handle and speak, right? First thing, translate, and then deliver the thoughts. So that's a very hard part, I would say, very complicated time. So what do you think, how anyone can overcome from it?
Yeah, so many people have this habit, right? Translation. But
Mm,
I always avoid. I always avoid. It happens initially. But yeah, of course, if we are thinking, we have to start thinking in English. That sounds difficult. That how is it possible? How can we start thinking in English? Yeah, but whatever we are doing, suppose that I'm just sitting alone, I'm thinking about something else, like my study and my channel and anything. It can be there.
mm,
But instead of just thinking in Hindi, I can switch to English language, right? So automatically our brain will be habitual of that. I mean,
mm,
I never do this like translation and all. I just speak whatever comes in my mind. And because when I was just trying to learn these things, so I watched so many videos and related this also, that think in English, but that was quite difficult. But I started and I thought, okay, I have to also start thinking in English. So I think everybody should do this, especially for the those people, they are actually doing it. They are translating and then they are speaking. So that is a very time taking process. They need to avoid this. They start thinking in English, and whatever they are thinking, just say as it is.
Yeah, exactly. They need to avoid it, and it is a time-taking process. It will take time to think in English directly. So that was really amazing and fantabulous. I would say, like you explained all the question you have given answer. That was amazing. So, as a beginner, so how much time it will take to become comfortable with this language? For that, how much time they should, they will have to utilize and use time for learning this language. It means how much time they should utilize for becoming good, I would say.
Okay, if you talk about how much time we have to devote, that of course it completely, both the things are varies person to person. How much time we have to devote, or how much time it is going to take in order to
Okay.
become fluent in this language, right?
Mm,
Whatever
mm,
the time, how much time, as much as we can. If you are, of course, that is very obvious. If you are spending 3 hours every single day, in 1 hour you are speaking, and next 2 hour you are doing another task, so definitely as compared to other person, you will become fluent earlier, right? So that varies,
yeah.
I would. As much as time you can, you have to just devote time. Yeah.
Mm. Okay. I have gone through my all question. I think I got
Great.
all answer from your side. Mhm.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Yeah. Thank you.
So
So nice talking.
was it enough?
Yeah, yeah. It was nice.
Okay. Okay. Thank you so much, ma'am.
Thank you.